Hi, everyone. I'm Margaret Cassady. I am just thrilled to be working with these great friends and colleagues of mine with Guided By. I'm a longtime guide for Rick Steves and just have a wealth of experience and friends in Europe. So that is really my theme for my tours is friends. That's why I get to show you two of my tours in a row because they both start with F for friends. So my focus is taking my American and Canadian friends to meet my wonderful European friends. So my Friends in Italy tour is a new Italy itinerary I'm doing this coming fall, and I hope you can join me. So like on all our Guided By tours, we just have the most amazing tour members, just fun, flexible, easygoing, friendly folks who I always have some connection with them. They're my friends or they're friends of my friends. So great groups that I know will be wonderful travelers before we even meet up in Europe. And then I take you to meet my friends in Europe, like these folks in one of my favorite sandwich shops, winemakers like this guy in Tuscany, and my fantastic local guide friends who share their experience with us. And with our nice small groups, you have a chance to get to know them and make a local friend too. So on my Italy tour, I think your overwhelming impression will be the calm, mellow nature of this tour, because this is going to be going to small towns, small hill towns in Umbria and Tuscany. And in the fall, they are uncrowded, they feel undiscovered, and you're going to have them to yourself. So picture a beautiful square like this in one of the major touristy cities of Italy, and here's at 9 p.m. on a beautiful night when you practically have it to yourself. So we started in this town of Spoleto. We spend 3 nights in each stop. We go on from here to Assisi, the town of St. Francis. We stay in the countryside near Assisi, or near Siena, I'm sorry, and day trip into Siena, and then we finish up in the hill town of Volterra. So no crowds. Here I am in front of this incredible museum in Gubbio on the main square of town with like two people in sight. We have it to ourselves. These beautiful scenic hill towns where you can wander the streets and get great photos without a mass of tourists in your way. And if you're feeling brave, you can join me on the birdcage lift that takes you up above the hill town of Gubbio. It's this very fun, a little bit nerve-wracking, but worth it for the views. The stand-up 1 or 2 person chairlift, and I had the thing to myself heading up the hill to a beautiful basilica up above the town. And look at these masterpieces and amazing monuments that you have all to yourself. It's just amazing to go to these small towns if your experience in Italy is in the big cities. And here I am in the Roman Theater of Spoleto, all by myself. The other thing that's going to strike you is the autumn foliage and the light is so gorgeous. This is our Agriturismo, our country hotel near Siena. And just imagine yourself, here's my pointer, imagine yourself sitting in one of these little lounge chairs over there, gazing out over these beautiful autumn colored vines. There's the dusk in the kind of mystical, wonderful plateau topping hill town of Volterra with this wonderful autumn light shining down the streets and the god light over the valleys. Of course, when we're going to all hill towns, we're going to have these amazing views looking out across the countryside. And the evening light is just stunning. This is in Spoleto, and we'll actually be able to cross that bridge that goes over to the fortress. And here in Assisi, there are always pilgrims on their St. Francis trek, but it's just not as crowded in the fall. It's such a place that's just imbued with peace, and the light, again, is just gorgeous. But the weather can still be great in the fall. Here's the garden in front of our hotel in Spoleto. So I was just sitting out here on a deck chair admiring the beautiful view. And still can be nice enough to have a delicious lunch outside. But if you want to get cozy, we have some really charming, cozy hotels. This is the breakfast room in one of them. It's like being in your grandmother's uh, little cozy dining room. This is my favorite restaurant in Assisi. You're just all cozied up with this great local food. And of course, in the fall, you've got all the specialties of the fall harvest. And I hope, I do love Nonna, that means grandmother. I hope you'll think about coming to these small towns in Italy with me to meet some nonnas, to meet my wonderful local friends, and to hang out with another fabulous bunch of travelers like I've had in all my previous groups. So that's my friends in Italy this coming October.